Hey guys, welcome back. I'm playing on Afghanistan by RockMax. Now, this is a remake of a map from Killing Floor 1. I certainly like playing this map, and it seems like it's a little bit bigger from what I remember, like the outside's been pushed a bit. But let's have a good look around, shall we? Now I'm going to leave one guy alive, as I do a bit of a run around, but let's do a bit of tidying. So bear in mind, as this is a remake, there's a lot of stuff that's actually from the original map, like some of the older textures and stuff, so bear that in mind. Especially, I know there's been some issues with the outside of this map. I know I'm running into a wall right now, but apparently there's some problems with the SDK right now, so also bear that in mind. I'm sure there'll be some changes made to this a bit later. But this is actually a reasonably sized map as well. Like, you may be able to see like the other side off in the distance there, so we've got plenty of space to run around. So because this is a remake, I'm not going to comment too much about the textures. But there is some little additions here and there, so we'll try and find them, shall we? Now, that actually looked like there's an actual hole that was put in. It is! Okay, that's nice. That kind of looked like it was... Whoa. Okay, I don't know what's causing that, but it is nice to see that's an actual hole that's been put in, and it's not just a flat texture, some effort's been put in there. Now the thing is about this map, so I'm going to have to wait until there's less of these guys around. Because, if I can find the door... Well, this shut. Have a quick look around the buildings. Now the problem is with the buildings, is if it's exactly the same as the original map, you get these very thin stairs that go up and down. There's actually not much you can do if you get stuck in here. So if I get stuck on the stairs and they're next to me, then I've got a bit of trouble. Now I've also got original traders, which will be here somewhere. I just can't remember exactly how big these buildings are, but yeah, think about having hundreds and hundreds of Zeds on a map like this, and you set up your team inside a building. Hello. And yeah, check this out. You can snipe loads of them from here. I have a bit of a problem, so I'm going to wait until some of them get up here and I can try and make my way around, have a look at some of the other ones. Now, we've got light coming in through here. I've got no light rays, though, that I can see. Where are your buddies? I don't see them anywhere. But other than that, there does seem to be a bit of light coming from, like, the side here, and obviously this is giving light here, but where's this light coming from, like this bit here? Is it coming from down here somewhere? Okay, there. However, the light is going through the wall, bear that in mind, so... I know it's a remake, but a bit of adjustment does need to be made here and there. Oh, shit. Where are the stairs? There we go. Alright. I'm going to have to try and do that with every building I go in, you know that, right? I will eventually get round to the middle, but it's buildings like these that I really liked, because you can set up your team in here, you've got the windows to shoot out of, and then of course you've got the stairs for like more the melee, like the berserkers and stuff to fight on. So, again with the lighting, it needs some adjustments here and there. Like for example, you've got that bar of light which is from somewhere. I'm guessing it's the light coming from the sun, which is over there somewhere, which is causing the light here and there, but bear that in mind. Oh, for fuck's sake. Right, just so I don't, die, I'm going to set my ammo to one shot, so just try and poke them away from me. Because if you look at the bright lights coming from, is it over there? You've got these buildings which have these lovely shadows in here, but when you actually get inside the buildings, it can get a bit tricky, because there's actually a lot of buildings you can't go in. But there are some here and there that are close to the centre that's actually quite nice. It is actually quite bright, like obviously it's bright in here, but I know it's a remake, and it's kind of a port as well, but it would be nice if there were some additions of detail here and there. Like, for example, the buildings that you can go in, it'd be nice to see some tables and chairs and things. Like, for example, I don't know what this building would actually be, because obviously in the original design, it was just meant to be a building you could put people in, but I don't know, maybe turn these into shops or something. Then you could actually put all the sorts of things, like, you could put in, like, shelves, products, a counter. You could even put, like, the dead person who owns the shop, stuff like that. Okay, so we've got to the other side here, and I do need to be careful where I go, because you saw the trader over there. I don't know if you can go in this one if I remember correctly. So let's go a bit closer to the centre and actually see some of the other things you can actually go into. Because all of these extra buildings are there for the sake of space. What building is that supposed to be? It's some sort of like mini temple or something. But at least you've got some grass here and there. Because obviously this is a desert area, so there's not really that many in the ways of like plant life and stuff. You've got trees here and there, but like grass here and there. But it's nice to see it's actually there. Like you do have detail. I mean look, there's someone's clothes here. And we'll go and have a look at that tank in a second, but like these things were in the original map. Like but I guess the sort of vending machines or something. Uh-oh. Gotta get rid of those guys. Okay, 2 left, so gotta be careful. So it would be nice to see, even though this is like a remake, it would be nice to see extra additions made. Like things ported over to make these buildings seem more realistic in a way. Like, if this was an actual place, what sort of stuff would you find in these buildings? Like, some of these would be probably houses, like these would be apartment blocks and things. Now, I never really knew what this is supposed to be, because, I mean, having played the original map, it's like some sort of farm inside some walls or something, but... And, of course, it seems something's been going down here, what with the tank, which is nice to see, because the tank models are actually quite interesting, but... Perhaps... If I remember correctly, this is the only tank in the map, and it's nice to see some detail here and there. These are obviously, like, whatever remains of this building there was, but there would be more rubble in there. Like, a lot more clutter, like broken furniture, things like that. Again, I know I keep saying, like, it'd be nice to add all these stuff, but it is a port. I mean, it depends what you actually want to do with the map, but... Right, this is another one I can actually... too slow. Alright. This is another one I have a bit of trouble with, but we'll see. So again, there is actually no detail in here. There's no furniture, there's no random stuff. This is just what it's like. Oh my god. Seriously. Let's try not to die. Obviously I'm playing on normal and short, so I'm not really worried about my health. I'm going to be fine. I just want to make sure I don't actually take too much damage. But yeah, as much as I like the original map, it was really cool to play on. But I think when it comes to remaking stuff, I know I've seen other people remake maps from the original game, but they have added a lot of extra detail to it, as in, they've made it more fitting for Killing Floor 2, if that makes any sense. As in, of course, this is a map for Killing Floor 1, but Killing Floor 2 adds a lot of detail in their own maps. Like, not just the official maps, but also the player-made maps as well. There's always lots of clutter, lots of furniture. There's not really in the way of empty rooms and stuff. The sort of stuff you would actually find in Killing Floor 1 maps, even some of the official ones. There were some rooms here and there that just didn't really have anything in them. So it'd be nice to see that. Anyways, let's get to our trader. See, what I mean in the ways of detail is look at all of this stuff in the background here. Look at all that sort of stuff. It's detail like that that could be added to the other rooms. Now it's nice there's lots of grass everywhere, but think about it like this for a second. This is one of those kind of like big umbrella things where you put it out in the open, you've got chairs and a table around it, have some food and stuff like that, chill out in the sun. Where's the table? Where are the chairs? Like, they're probably broken, but where are the broken ones? See what I mean? It's like little bits of extra detail here and there that it would be nice to see, even though it is a remake. Because it wasn't in the original map, I can tell you that. Like, all of these things I'm commenting about are like... It'd be nice if this could be added here and there. This stuff isn't in the original map. This is a very accurate version of the original map. While it is a fun map to play, there are extra bits of visual detail that can be added here and there that I think it's nice to see. So far, Blood Splatter looks fine. And I've had no problems with the Zeds so far. I mean, obviously we're going to have a bit of a run around and see what the Zeds show us. And of course we've had no problems with the trader arrows either, so let's just hunt these guys down, shall we, and get as close to the boss as we can. So I would like to have a good run around with the boss on this. So, see you next wave. Now something I just want to quickly mention before the actual next wave starts. You see the trader arrows? This was an issue both with the original map as well. Like, unless I stand still and watch these arrows go up, sometimes they go through the walls and it can be a bit misleading, but once you get used to where the trader is, it should be fine. Now when it comes to detail, this fire looks way better than the fire in the original map. That's simply because it's a Killing Floor 2 fire. So when you see bits like that, it's like, well, if that's some Killing Floor 2 detail, where's the rest of the Killing Floor 2 detail? Like, I completely understand these are the original textures, that's not my issue. Like, I'd expect to see some of the original textures, but it would be nice to see extra bits of small detail here and there. Oh shit. Of course, we're on wave 3. There he is. Alright, fortunately, I bought a weapon just for you. Oh crap, he actually got angry before I chucked my flashbang. Okay then, let's just go this way. He might have a bit of trouble following me. No, he doesn't. He doesn't have any problems following me. Right. There we go. That's how you deal with that. But yeah, other than that, this is a very nice map. Lots of space to run around with. Like, especially when it comes to like urban areas, it is nice that it's not all clustered together. Like, you're in a tiny street and you're kind of stuck. Like, think about Burning Paris, for example. That's a lovely urban area map. It is an official one as well. But there's actually a lot of stuff preventing you from running around. There's actually very few areas where there's lots of space to move around. This, however, has plenty of space, and that's part of the reason I actually like the original map. It's like, if you fight around in here, you can always back out to this area, and look at all this space you have to fight in. Lots of it. That's really nice. Oh shit, I thought I got you there. Just in case. Right, where's your buddy at? Ugh. This is what happens when you have inaccurate weapons. Come on. Come on. There we go. See you next wave. So overall, I'm very happy with this map. It is very good for a remake, but as I said, you know, as something to criticise, I do think, even when it comes to remakes, as much as they are an accurate representation of the original map, it's nice to see extra detail there. And as far as pickups go, I'm actually fine with the pickups. There's not too many. There's not too few. Oh shit. Alright, there's one out of the way. Fuck. Let me out, let me out! Let me out. Oh fuck. I may have just fucked myself. Get out. Now, as much as I liked camping out in that building specifically, I actually remember it was that one and not this one. It can be a bit problematic because you can't jump out the windows, it seems. Or at least I'm having trouble doing it. I don't think you could actually jump out the windows in the original map, but when you had an entire team with you, that wasn't a problem. Just need to get rid of you, and then... there we go. See, the tough guys aren't much of a problem, as long as they're not angry. There we go, problem solved. I don't mind taking a bit of siren damage. After all, there's not really much left. I have made a mess in here. And of course, this just shows how good the actual blood splatter is in this map. It's very well done. Alright, see you next wave. Alright, let's see who we get. I'm going to bet it's the Doctor. It would be nice to have a good ranged battle out here. He's also a bit easier to kill sometimes. Oh, trusty shovel. Nice. Hey, there we go.
Still alive? Bravo. I would shake your hands, but I shall just eviscerate you.
Now, he's spawned in the temple area. Also, because I want trusty shovel. Gimme. Gimme. There we go. I might try killing him with that later. Let's see, we've got 2 ammo kits around here, that's good. Yeah, nice try. You ain't getting me. Down on the floor. Shit. Let's get rid of his buddies. Also, while I'm mowing this guy down, thank you for everyone who turned up for the stream. This Monday it was. It is always nice that I can play games with subs. We had a good time. Yeah, this guy's getting no health off of me. Just to make sure I don't run out of ammo with this gun. It takes quite a bit of practice to actually... oh well. I was trying to get him down to low health so I could hit him with the shovel. Anyway, thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.